Hey guys, my friend made this for me last week, so I had to get the recipe. She called it Keto Crack. It's really good, super sweet, y'all. You're gonna need to melt 1/4 cup of butter in a saucepan. Whenever it's fully melted, you're gonna add in 1/4 cup of brown sugar, 1/4 cup of confectionery sugar, Swerve brand on both of those. You're gonna stir it together until it starts to boil a little bit. Whenever it reaches that boiling point, you're then gonna add in 1/4 cup of 4 different types of nuts and seeds. I only had chopped walnuts and macadamia nuts on hand, so I added 1/2 cup of each. So then whenever it's fully combined, you're going to pour it into a silicone dish or a parchment lined baking sheet, and then sprinkle on 1/4 cup of Lily's chocolate chips. I used milk and white chocolate. So delicious. Then whenever you sprinkle that on, you're going to stick it in the refrigerator for about 30 minutes until it's hard. Take it out and break it.
It's a dip, put it on toast, eat it from the jar, do whatever you want. It's avocado crema. And yes, I know I say it differently, don't clock me on the pronunciation, please. The recipe, super easy. Grab a blender, grab the bougiest avocado you can find, take half of it, add cilantro, lime, non-dairy yogurt, water to thin it out, salt, pepper, cumin, and garlic clove. Blend it up until it's nice and thick. You may or may not have to add more water, and then garnish with cilantro. Now dive in and have a great.
Here's a healthy, high-protein dessert. 3 tablespoons PB Fit, 1/2 scoop protein powder, tablespoon cocoa powder, 1/4 teaspoon baking powder, cinnamon, 1/4 cup almond milk. Mix it till it has a smooth consistency. Microwave for 1 minute, then add any toppings you want. I added Greek yogurt and melted dark chocolate.
You what I made for dinner on TikTok for 21 days. 2 pieces of pork chop. You see the fat here? We're just gonna cut it up so that way when we fry it, the meat doesn't curl up. Now we're just gonna flatten the pork with the back of our knife, like this. It's up 3 cloves of garlic. Add your pork, add in your garlic, tablespoon of 5 spice powder, tablespoon of sugar, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, tablespoon of Chinese cooking oil. Mix together. The fridge for 1 hour. A pan, add in some oil, add in sweet potato flour, the meat and potato flour. Pan is hot, add in your pork. Golden brown and crispy like this, we're just gonna remove. Serve it with a hot bowl of rice. Look at.
You need to make this yummy, low-carb, sugar-free treat. Use a cup of heavy cream, 2 packets of unflavored gelatin mixed to water, 1 packet of sugar-free Jell-O. Mix all together and fill up your molds. Refrigerate for about 30 minutes to an hour and enjoy.
Step 1, slice up your apple and add some peanut butter melted with coconut oil. Next, add some, just kidding, don't do that. I add some of my pumpkin granola recipes on my page, or you can add any other granola. I also add honey and some coconut flakes. Feel free to add any other toppings you'd like. This is what it will look like at the end.
Looking for a quick and easy weekday breakfast? Keep on watching. Pumpkin overnight oats coming your way. You are going to take a mason jar. You can use the large ones or the smaller ones. Then I take a 1/2 cup of rolled oats, 2/3 of a cup of unsweetened almond milk. You can use regular milk if you like, or any other non-dairy substitute. Then this is the key, 2 tablespoons of pumpkin puree, 100% pumpkin. I like this option as it's unsweetened. You could also use the pumpkin pie mix if you like. It'll add a little more sugar. Then this is where the fun part comes. Toppings as desired. I like to add pepita seeds and cranberries after I've prepared the oats. I'd put in a dash of cinnamon and a whole lot of pumpkin pie spice because I love it. These are optional, and this is where you can get really creative with your oats. Then I put on the lid and the rim to the mason jar. Store these in the fridge for 4 to 5 days. They're great. I like to warm mine up. You guys are going to want to like and follow.
Apple pie cheesecake. This is the best high protein snack. In a blender, add cottage cheese, applesauce, sweetener, and cinnamon. Blend it up. Add granola to a jar and pour in your mixture. This is so good.
Spices you see on the screen. Next, I'm going to go in with some of this truffle-infused hot sauce. Mix it all together, add starch, and mix it in thoroughly. In a hot pan, add in a generous amount of neutral tasting oil and add in your shrimp. Cook on each side for about 1.5 to 2 minutes. Remove from the pan into a dish lined with paper towel. Now for the bang bang sauce, I'm going to do a mixture of mayonnaise and this truffle-infused hot sauce. This hot sauce has really clean ingredients and it's super delicious. Link in the bio. Add in hot sauce to your liking as you go until you get it as spicy as you want it. Drizzle that sauce all over your shrimps and mix it all in. I'm going to serve mine on some lettuce wraps, but you can really eat this any way you like. I'm also adding avocado, red bell peppers, chives, and some sesame seeds for toppings. This is a really yummy low-carb option, but you could also add jasmine rice to yours like I did to make this more filling for dinner. Enjoy!
Here's how you make bread in a frying pan. Start off with lukewarm water and put it in a bowl with sugar and yeast. Mix everything together until you've got bubbles forming, which means that the yeast has activated. Now you'll add in flour, powdered milk, a bit of salt, and vegetable oil. Combine everything together and then knead it into a ball. Place this into a well-oiled bowl and then cover with saran wrap. You want to let this rise for about an hour, at which point it'll double in size. Lay it out onto a floured surface and knead it a few times. Now you want to oil your pan pretty well because you don't want your bread sticking to it. Cover the pan with a lid and then let it rise for another 15 minutes. Gently press down your bread into the edges of the pan and then brush it down with some milk. Add some sesame seeds or other grains and then place it on your stovetop. You don't want the bottom to burn, so just cook it on low for about 10 minutes and then flip. Then let it cook for about 5 minutes on the other side.
Okay, so I got a ton of questions on my tuna salad recipe, so here it is. I add salt, pepper, and garlic powder to taste. Then I add equal parts of red onions, celery, and carrots. I'll write this out all in the comments. Then I add some light mayo. I add some red wine vinegar and some olive oil. I like to squeeze 1 lemon wedge on top. I was all out of cucumbers, so I just used lettuce wraps today. And
okay, y'all, I'm gonna show you how I make my big macaroni and cheese here in New Orleans. Let's go. Get your 2 packs of these macaroni right here, y'all, and follow the directions on it. I don't break the noodles in half, just let the water make them a little soft, and then we'll push them down under. 2/3 cups heavy whipping cream. 1/2 cup of sour cream. 6 tablespoons of butter. Whisk up 2 large eggs, y'all. Go ahead and pour that on in. On a very low heat, y'all. If you have my seasoning, throw in 1 teaspoon. 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, y'all. 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. 1 teaspoon onion powder. Pinch of salt. 8 ounces of Monterey Jack cheese. 1 cup of extra sharp cheddar. And of course, 8 ounces of that Velveeta cheese. On a low heat, go ahead and just stir it up until it's all melted. And now go ahead and butter your 9x13 dish and go ahead and add your noodles that you already drained, okay? Just go ahead, y'all, and pour that cheese sauce all over all them noodles. Now just go ahead and mix it up, y'all. Get it a little evenly coated. On the top, y'all, with a whole layer of that sharp cheddar. Off, y'all, with a 1/4 cup of that Parmesan cheese. Oven to 400 degrees, go in with it for 15 minutes.
Hey guys, I'm back, and today I'm sharing one of the most popular recipes on my website, pumpkin cream cheese swirl muffins. They're an amazingly moist, I know y'all hate that word, pumpkin muffin with cream cheese swirled on top that bakes right into the top, kind of like a self-frosting cupcake. Oh, they're so good. So we're gonna start with some sugar and brown sugar and eggs and whisk that together. And then we're gonna add in some pumpkin. You want 100% pure pumpkin, don't buy pumpkin pie mix. We got vegetable oil, vanilla extract. We're gonna whisk those together. And then we're gonna add some flour. And we're gonna add a little pumpkin pie spice. We're gonna add some baking soda and a pinch of salt. Go ahead and stir that together. And then we're gonna add cream cheese and sugar and eggs and a little vanilla extract to a bowl. Beat that together till it's smooth. And then we're gonna put our pumpkin muffin into the liner, the batter. And then we're gonna add about a tablespoon of the cream cheese on top. I swirl it around with a toothpick and bake them. They're that easy and so good.
hey guys, I've noticed that you guys really liked my last wrap video, so let's make another one, but let's switch up the fillings. Starting with a plain tortilla, I'm gonna add 1/4 of an avocado, a little bit of salt, and also some pepper. And just using a spoon, I'm gonna smash it up. But not too much because I like it quite chunky, so I'm just gonna leave it like that. Now for the filling, I'm gonna shred about 5 romaine lettuce leaves, a little bit of oil, a touch of salt, and just massage that in and set it aside. And now I'm gonna be having some olives and a couple of cherry tomatoes. Once they're halved, we're ready to assemble our wrap. Starting with a handful of lettuce on one side, I'm gonna be adding a couple of scoops of pre-made couscous on the other. On top, I'm just gonna scatter that tomato, olives, and also some fresh mozzarella. This just adds a nice and creamy texture to your wrap. Lastly, I'm gonna season it with a pinch of salt, some pepper, and also a lot of chili flakes. I'm gonna push my ingredients to one side and just wrap it up so I can encase all the filling. Once it's all bundled up, you can enjoy your couscous wrap.
I'm gonna do something I never do. And I'm gonna make this beef stroganoff in the crock pot. Start off by getting 1 pound of stew meat. I'm using 2 because I'm doubling the recipe. Now season it with salt, pepper, garlic powder, whatever else you want. Get 1 big onion, chop it up and put it in there too. Worcestershire sauce, as much as you want. This is the key, 2 cans of golden mushroom soup. Now just add them both to the crock pot, and you're also gonna add about a cup of water in with that too. Now mix it all together, and I know how this looks. Crock pot cooking, things get bad before they get better. Now we're gonna cook it on low for 6 to 8 hours. About a half hour before it's done, you're gonna add 1 block of softened cream cheese. Now you can give it a mix, re-season it if you want, add some cornstarch to thicken it up. You don't have to do that, but I did. Now put your egg noodles down in a nice big bowl. I'm gonna take some of the meat out so I can put it on top when the dish is done. I feel like it looks better like that. Now mix the sauce into the noodles. It smells so good in here. Totally worth a 6 to 8 hour wait. Now I'm gonna add the meat back on top. I'm gonna add a little parsley to the top, and the beef stroganoff is ready to eat.
I can't wait to show you guys my favorite healthy snack. It's this smashed chickpea salad and it's ready in 15 minutes. You can adapt it to your liking and change up the recipe however you want. Serve on crackers, some toasted bread. It's so good, I honestly forget that it's healthy. Enjoy!
This is the best steak marinade. You'll take a half cup of oil, a third cup of soy sauce, a quarter cup of vinegar, 2 tablespoons of lemon juice, some Worcestershire sauce, Dijon mustard, a whole bunch of garlic, and some pepper. Mix that together and marinate your steaks for preferably 24 hours. I'm using strip steak this time, but I've used flank, ribeye, and others.